Hey everybody, what's good? Both Dax and Tom MacDonald are rappers from Canada. Dax has over 7 million subscribers and Tom has close to 5 million. These two juggernauts have collabed on a song called Soldier. And it's all fun and games until a real soldier shows up. These are my dress greens from when I was in the Army, kicking ass and taking names. So on this Veterans Day, we're going to watch Dax and Tom sing about being in the military. Before we get into it, a shout out to all my fellow veterans and a special shout out to all of those still serving. May God watch over you and bring you home safely. I'm going to keep working on this kids book, but before we get into it, please remember to go to coconutjustice.com and get yourself some clothes like this Grab My Putter t-shirt. I think would look great on you. Let's get into it. Dax featuring Tom MacDonald. This is the official video. Let's see what they have to say about being soldiers.
I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call when the times get hard. Yeah. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. When my back's against the wall, I'm breaking, I won't fall. I'm a soldier. I know how it feels to be caught in the rain. Going to war in your brain when depression is staring you right in the face and anxiety's grabbing you, making you shake. But there's people depending on you to be great, so you hide all the feelings and push them away. It's too hard trying to mix it all with the pain.
Okay. Looks like Dax is, I don't know what he's equating it to, like the struggles in his brain. Not for anything, but we got a lot of folks that go out there, fight needless wars, and they get there, even if you don't. Well, when I was in the military, it was during Desert Storm and Desert Shield and stuff. So it was a while ago. Things have definitely changed since then. But even if you don't see it, like your brain gets scrambled, and I can't even imagine. I've had conversations with cousin Chris, you know, the chef that's been on the channel a few times, and definitely my exposure or my what I went through in the military was completely different. Chris is actually a disabled veteran. He got hurt in Iraq. So shout out to Chris. We've had long conversations and stuff, and I can complain about not really fitting into society because for me, honestly, growing up as a kid, I grew up in a very Christian household. So everything was about the community. Everything was about watching out for your neighbors and stuff like that. Then you go into the military and it's, you know, you don't leave anyone behind and you take care of your buddy and all this other stuff. And then you go into corporate America and everything is stab you in the back and it's all about me and what can I get from this situation. So I can complain about being brought up in a way where I was taught to watch out for my neighbors. I was taught to not let bullies pick on smaller people. But my experience was completely different than Chris's. Chris was like getting shot at and shit was blowing up and all kinds of stuff. I can't imagine being in a situation like this. Not to take away anything from Dax, like we're just not even a minute into it, but there's no comparison. There's no comparison what normal people go through to what military people go to, and that doesn't even hold a candle to combat veterans. I go to the VA and I see a lot of people who are limping and they like things are just wrong and what's unfortunate is it seems like powers that be have no problem throwing poor kids into harm's way when it comes to fighting these wars. But then when these kids come home, we barely give them psychological treatment. We are tearing people up, and then we're not taking care of them when they're done, when they come home. And I did a little bit of a rant. I don't even know if it makes sense to what he was saying, but like, I understand you struggling with, I don't know what, especially when you get sent out somewhere. You can't trust things. You can't trust buildings. You can't trust that little mound of something that's just sitting there, because chances are that's going to blow up. And then that gets stuck in your head. And then when you come home, you see little mounds of stuff and it triggers people. So I understand that maybe life isn't going your way. I understand that things get tough because eggs are $4 a carton. I understand that. But let's be realistic about this. The song itself is beautiful. I love guitar. We'll see what Tom has to say. Tom has a way of ruffling feathers, or, if you take a dog by the tail and like rub them backwards, it really pisses him off. That's Tom. Tom is a backwards pet.
The cool off and it's all in my veins. I'm making these new songs to move on and restrain from grabbing the sword off and going to cock it and aim at these nuanced people who shame. The role that a man is to play as a husband, a father, a brother, a son to a servant, protecting his family's name. They laugh in your face when you try to explain or express, then tell you they love you without any loyalty, patience, or basic respect. Then expect you to smile every day while engaging your mind and your soul, your flesh and your work, and you wither away to the day that you can't, and you're broken and nothing is left in your road and you can't even hold you. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call. When my back's against the wall, breaking now and fall.
This is wild. This is wild. When I was stationed in Germany when I was in the army, and it was during, like I said, the build up to the Iraq War. It was Desert Storm, Desert Shield. I was in the field artillery. But where I was stationed was a small German base. We didn't even have enough soldiers. We didn't have enough American soldiers for an American base. So we stayed on a German base. But we would be out doing, whatever, PT, physical training, or just be in formation, and these jets would fly over us. Like, it felt like you can almost touch them. It was obviously higher than that, but closer, a jet closer than I ever thought could be. They were flying over us. Come to find out, they were practicing bomb runs to, just in case we were attacked and they maybe took over our base. These jets were practicing bombing us. So imagine being 17, 18-year-old and these people are practicing bombing you. Yeah, sorry, Dax. Sorry you're struggling a little bit. Song is great though.
Job is to feed these kids. Be strong, keep feelings within.
I can't wait for the joke of pronouns to be done. That's such a childish joke. It's so stupid. My pronoun, he's just saying that. And if you haven't heard Tom at all, for some reason, like he makes, I have a tendency to like his music. I don't agree with 100% of the things that he says, but he makes music that makes it think. But he does this just to trigger people, and I can't wait for you guys to be done with that joke, that pronoun joke. Especially politicians. We don't pay you to make jokes, dumbass. Get up there and make some change. Get up there and do your job, idiot.
Papa taught me to protect the weak. A man ain't what he got, a man is what he gives. And when he gives it all, then it still ain't enough. Then he's the one to blame and no one gives a shit. Never leave a man behind. We all crack and break within the hands of time. I got an axe to grind. With anybody trying to identify as a guy, if their chromosomes ain't XY, you would never understand what it's like for.
Why do you have a song named Soldier and you're just going off on pronouns and dumb shit? This is where I wish Tom would just cut the shit. Like, that's the one thing. And again, I do appreciate Tom. I appreciate what he's trying to do. But how many songs are you going to come out with that are all the same shit? Pronouns and white and black and all this stuff. Can you do something? Like, this might be the one time that you hear me beg a rapper to rap about cars and bitches and oh my God, just stop, Tom, please. Make something different. I appreciate you. I really do. I appreciate your music. I appreciate what you're trying to do. But this song is named Soldier. Soldiers ain't worried about pronouns and all that shit. They're out here right in the fucking video. You're getting shot at. There's bombs. There's fucking jets flying over. And you're talking about pronouns and dumb shit. Ooh, I can't wait for that shit to be done.
Ain't gotta fight with your hands, wanna cry, but you can. If it's right for the fam, you will tighten your pants.
As a matter of fact, dare I say, as a proper soldier, the reason, here double-edged sword. The reason Tom can say dumb shit like this is because people like me strapped him up and went and did their fucking work. People like Chris, people like all my fucking veterans out there and all the active duty members. Because of you, you get to say this shit. Same thing. Because of us, you get to say what your pronouns are and you get to express yourself and however the fuck. Listen to me. This I knew this song was going to elicit a response, specifically because I haven't watched this yet, but I saw one of the things, No Life Shaq was talking about, like this song almost made him cry. So I knew that it was going to set off something, because when you train for this stuff, when you're actually in it, and you're training how to defend, and you're training how to kill people, and you're training how to throw grenades and grenade launchers, and I did all that shit. Oh my God. And all you do is come back and make jokes about pronouns and shit. Let people live their fucking life. If you want to talk about pronouns and shit like that, and that's how you want to spend your life, do that. But sitting here and having a song named Soldier, and then talking about pronouns and injecting all of this whatever dumb shit it is that you're trying to do, like, fucking relax. Let people live their life. Mind your own goddamn business. If that's how you choose to live your life, then live your life. But picking on people and making songs about pronouns and shit, that's not the answer. That's not the fucking answer. As a matter of fact, now that we're here, now that Tom is going to be talking shit about pronouns and gay people and all kinds of shit, I had a friend of mine. We were in Germany together, and when I got out, I actually I couldn't fit all of my stuff in the boxes because I was shipping all of my stuff to America, and I had these really nice boots that I couldn't fit, and so I gave them to my friend Arthur, and then that was the last time I saw him. Fast forward to my unit has a Facebook page and everything, and we're catching up, and then we find out that Arthur had gotten honorably discharged. He moved home. He came out of the closet, and because of that, all of the bullshit was coming. Like his friends were picking on him, his family members, whatever. I don't 100% know because Arthur killed himself. So it's this dumb shit, talking about pronouns and making fun of people and all this dumb shit. We lost a soldier because you idiots don't know how to shut the fuck up and mind your own damn business. Let people live their life already. And then you start picking on them. So now, when I see Tom, if we ever see each other face to face, we're going to have a conversation, because I put my life on the line while you're sitting here. I think you the most action he's ever seen. I think he was like an ex hockey player. I think, you know what I mean? Fuck off. On this one, for the most part, I like Tom. I like his music, all that stuff. But don't make a goddamn song named Soldier and then start talking about pronouns and dumb shit. And if you don't agree, you can fuck off.
The world that labeled us toxic. Gotta lean and teach and keep the peace and fight the fires and be police. When a man gets tired, he don't lay down to sleep. You take all the heat, don't complain over retreats. Cold world and it's hard times, and our children inherit the land. If you think that being a boy is just picking a pronoun, you should try being a dad. You can build all the houses and fix all the cars and work till you're breaking your back. But the hardest job in the world, being a man. I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call. When my back's against the wall, I'm breaking now I fall. I'm a soldier.
I find it hilarious where everyone is talking about, I'd go to war for this. You got to fight for this, and you got to all this stuff. And then when it comes time to sign the dotted line, everybody got bone spurs and dumb shit. Let's go. Yeah, notice that Kentucky bourbon. Yeah. When folks come home, and I've talked to so many soldiers that have come home, and they mask the pain and they mask the ghosts with, whether booze is the easiest one, with booze and pills and stuff. We scramble these people's brains, and we do all that stuff, and then we like to show off all the cool shit. We like to show off all the tanks and the airplanes and the helicopters, and we like to show all that shit off, but we don't show off all of the fucking soldiers that are homeless. We don't like to show off all the people that are scrambled in the brain. We don't show that shit off.
The world on my shoulders is crushing me. People around me, they don't even know. I put on this cape and go save everybody while I'm being shattered and all of my bones. Take on the pressure of being the hero who saves but has no one to help with his own. Demons inside that try to eat him alive. I'm going insane, and when I'm out of my mind, I look at the stars and talk to God in the sky. I wait on his words, but I don't get a reply. I try to refrain from diving deep, so I hold back tears that try to come out my eyes. In this world as a man where we know we can't cry, cause the people we love look at us to confide. So I'm silently screaming for help. Life is a...
And that's another thing. We're sending these folks out there, and we don't take into account their families and their kids. Like, there's a lot of kids that are growing up without parents, both moms and dads. And we continue to ask these people, we continue to ask our population to go out there and defend. And we don't take into account how we're fucking them up.
Inside of these trenches, especially when fighting it all by yourself. PTSD from the memories, people who left you for dead and then drug you through hell, leaving you shot deep inside of a shell with stories you hate but nobody to tell. Why you question God if you're I'm a soldier. I'm a soldier. When times get hard, I'm who they call. I'm a soldier. I'm the one who they call. When my back's against the wall, I'm breaking now I fall. I'm a soldier.
That's one statement that I agree with. Shout out to everybody who has served. All right. That was Dax and Tom MacDonald, Soldier. They were singing about being a soldier and pronouns. I really do. I think Dax is amazing. He has whatever it was, over 7 million. He deserves that because he kicks ass. He is such a talented person. And so is Tom. But when you come out with something like this and you're coming out with, that's not what the military is for. As a matter of fact, it's the opposite of what he was saying. If you want to come out and talk about your pronouns and stuff, you have freedom of speech. You get to do that. And there's people like me who aren't necessarily afraid to sign the dotted line and get out there to enable you to be able to talk your shit. Shout out to all my veterans out there. Happy Veterans Day. And everyone who is still in the active duty, shout out to you too. I hope you have a wonderful Veterans Day. I hope you liked this video. I know I did. I bitching and complaining pretty much the whole time, but I did like this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it with each and every one of your friends. And if you want to come hang out with me while I try to work on creative projects and watch videos, hit that subscribe button. And if you notice, there's a little bell button right next to the subscribe button. If you click on that, you'll be alerted every time I come out with something new. Don't forget to go to Coconut Justice and get yourself some dope gear. Happy Veterans Day. And with that, I'm out.
Coconut Justice.